Hey there, I am Dr. Dave the RV Dummy, and one of my most popular shows is actually Can I Afford This RV? Where people write into me, they give me all their financial information, they let me know what type of RV they want, and I let them know in no uncertain terms if they can afford it or not. Well, today I have a little spin on this whole thing, can I afford this RV? Harry writes in, he's not asking if he can afford the RV, but he's asking, should I do it? So let's read his letter. Dear Dr. Dave, your last Can I Afford This RV episode inspired me to write to you. This is a little different. I'm 66 and a half years old. I live in a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath house on 3 acres that I own outright. I work full-time in a busy hospital ED trauma center. I love my job. By the way, ED means emergency department, in case you didn't know. I love my job, but I'm thinking of retiring soon as the 12-hour days and 50-mile round trip commute, that's a lot, are getting physically taxing. Like many, I have planned financially for retirement, but not mentally. I have been planning for several years to sell my house and get a Super C RV, which will cost me $250,000 to live in. I think I'm reading that correctly, $250K to live in full time. Now I'm not so sure. I'm very mechanically inclined. I've built furniture. I do my own plumbing, some electrical work, and I fix my own major appliances. And I have a BS in industrial design. Fixing things in an RV does not scare me at all. I'm not an outdoors person though. What I would like to do is actually travel to museums and historical sites and events around the country. Well, that part's cool because a lot of people use their RVs for that type of thing, Harry. So that part's not a problem. I'm concerned about selling my house. I was thinking maybe of getting a small travel trailer, about $25,000, and keeping my house and pulling it with my existing small SUV. That way I would always have a bed and a bathroom with me as I travel for maybe 2 weeks at a time. I'm not asking if I can afford this. I'm asking whether you think either one is a good idea. Here's my financial information. My house is worth at least $300,000. Now remember, Harry said earlier that it's totally paid for. He owns it outright. $300,000. My retirement accounts total $500,000. That's $500,000. My Social Security would be about $2,300 monthly when I file. Miscellaneous, emergency, and lying around money is about $35,000. It's funny. I call lying around money. I totally get it. It's kind of like pocket money. Just it's like there when you need it, and it's sitting in a checking account somewhere most likely. So that's signed by Harry. He's not asking if he can afford this. He's asking, like, should I do it? Choice 1 is selling his house and buying a $250,000 Class C RV, and choice 2 is buying a $20,000 little trailer to pull around with, an SUV that he already owns. But by the way, Harry, if that's the choice, which I'm going to give you my opinion in a second, make sure that your SUV is compatible. Make sure it's rated high enough to be able to pull that trailer that you're thinking about pulling. So definitely do your research there. My official answer is, drum roll please, Harry, whatever you do, do not sell your house and buy a $250,000 RV just to try out the lifestyle. You haven't done this. You don't know what the lifestyle is like. Suppose you do this and you hate it. Suppose you do this and you've got all kinds of problems. You know, they say that, and this is true because I speak to a lot of people that are having a lot of trouble with RVs, because RVing is not a trouble-free way of life. You know, you're driving around basically with not only a house on wheels, which anything can go wrong with a house, but also you're dealing with a whole chassis, with motors, with transmission, with, you know, all kinds of mechanical things that can and will go wrong. So Harry, I think selling your house right away without really knowing about the lifestyle is a huge mistake, unless one thing is true, and that would be unless you hate your house. I'm not getting that from what you're saying. I don't believe you hate your house. So let's hold off on selling your house, and let's buy that $20,000 trailer. It's very easy to do, or any type of inexpensive trailer. It's very easy to do. You learn how to tow it with your SUV, and you see if you like the lifestyle. Then, if the lifestyle works for you, at some point you can decide to get by the way, I think maybe a Class B might be good for you. Although if you want to live in it full time, Class B is kind of small. But the most important thing is see if you like the lifestyle. Now, as far as you saying, I'm not asking if I can afford this, I'm asking should I do this? It would be a tremendous financial mistake. So you're not asking me this question, but I'll be answering anyway. It would be a tremendous financial mistake with your net worth and what you have now and your age to sell your house and buy a $250,000 RV, forgetting about whether you know about the lifestyle or not. Financially, that doesn't make sense. An RV is a depreciating asset. Your monthly expenses, how are you going to afford those? So I'd be very careful, Harry. I would not buy that expensive one if I were you. Start small, keep your house, go on trips 1 to 2 weeks at a time, see how it works out, and report back to me. Let me know how you're doing, and then we can take to the next step if you want to. You might find that the $20,000 trailer is all you need and is perfect for your lifestyle, and you still stay in your house. That could be the ideal thing. Harry, thank you so much for your question, and I will be sending you, along with anybody else who asks me a question and gets it actually live on the air, I'll be sending you a copy of my brand new book, How to Become the Neighborhood Millionaire. This book will really help you with your personal finances, no matter what stage of life you're in and no matter what you're doing. This book is meant for you to help you become that neighborhood millionaire ultimately. So again, get the trailer, report back to me, see how you like it, and we'll take it from there. Talk to you soon. See you all later. And by the way, if you haven't subscribed yet, press that little subscribe button. There's a lot more coming to you.